This is CHSR 97.9 FM here in Fredericton, New Brunswick, Canada. This is Python's Paradise, your film and music show. And folks, I have probably one of my most stunningly beautiful, gorgeous guests on the air with me. Again, I had her on in 2017 in April, and here she's back here in September of 2018 to talk about her ebook. And we have the lovely, the beautiful, the gorgeous Nadia Chloe Rose. How do you do, Nadia?
Hello, thank you so much for having me on the show.
Yes, absolutely. Boy, you sound great. I love your accent.
Oh, thank you. I love the American accent too.
Yeah, but I'm not American.
Oh, I'm in the Canadian.
Canadian, yeah. Eh?
Yes, it sounds fantastic.
You ever been up this way?
Not yet. It's on my hit list. Yes, I love America. I love New York. Definitely will get there when I can. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well,
And Canada as well. Yes, it sounds fascinating. It looks really beautiful. So definitely on my wish list as well.
yeah, I'm in that part of Canada that nobody talks about called New Brunswick.
Oh, well, they talk about it now.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, now the show's going out. Yep. We're putting it on the map together, aren't we?
There you go. I always joke with people. I say, Trump doesn't know where we are. Then they say that's not a bad thing. So
Yeah.
you're in London now. I've never been to London before, but I've done several interviews out that way. What's it like in London right now?
Oh, it's quite cold. Yeah, winter has come, but it's still as fun as ever. Lots of things going on, and it's great fun. Yeah.
Yeah, we're into that. We're entering that fall of the year, and we're not quite. We're chilly, but not real bad yet. But you get snow where you are, because I've never been there before. So
Yes, most years we do. So yeah, it's very beautiful.
yeah, we get hit bad here when it comes to snow, especially deep winter.
Mm. Oh dear, I can imagine. Yes, it must be quite high as well.
It can get high, yes. I had up to my door lock on my car last winter. It was
Oh
that
wow,
bad.
is it
Yeah.
possible to drive in that or?
Well, in my case, I was doing an interview one night, and I got done here about midnight. And I walked out to my car, and it was already snowing quite badly. It took me 5 minutes just to get out of the parking lot. And
Oof, wow. Yeah. Do you have like shovels, like spades to get rid of the snow?
yeah, right. People wait for the graders to go by and the plow trucks and whatnot. But when I woke up the next morning, I got home, but when I woke up the next morning, that snow was up right up to my door locks on my car. So I was like, woo.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I'm not a big fan of winter. But
No,
I
I
bet,
like the summer. Yeah.
yeah, same here. So you're not one of these people that goes out and makes a snowman?
I used to when I was younger. I had a lot of fun doing that. Recently, I'm just snuggling indoors with blankets. I'm not so into going out into it, but we've done photo shoots in the snow though. That was very fun. We did a photo shoot. Well, fun. It was very cold last year. It was like a blizzard going on, and I was trying to pose in this blizzard, which was definitely an interesting experience. Hopefully, the last time in a blizzard though.
Well, you're definitely got my style. Snuggling up under blankets sounds like a great idea. Watch a nice movie, maybe have some hot chocolate with marshmallows.
I was just about to mention the hot chocolate. Yes.
Maybe if you have a cat, that snuggles up with you.
Oh, I prefer dogs, but yeah,
You,
that would
yeah,
be cute.
well, you know what? My parents love dogs as well. I get a cat, so it's always a peaceful feeling having him curled up there. So yeah, it was kind of interesting because I work nights here at the university, so I didn't have to work last night, so I was able to do this. But it's funny because when I went to bed this morning, because I sleep during the day mostly, I could hear the traffic go like just over the horizon. And I was like, man, they're rushing to go to work, and I'm peacefully going to go to sleep.
Oh.
Because working nights, you kind of have a lot of peace working at night. So
I just fall asleep. It gets to 10 and I'm like, I want to go to bed.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're 4 hours ahead of me. So you're 8 hours ahead of LA and Vancouver. So yeah. No, I gotta say it was wonderful having you on last year. I know we tried to connect to have you on earlier, but our channels didn't quite get crossed. I called your number that you gave me there last year, and I kept having somebody say you'd call me back, but I never heard.
Oh, yes, it's great we've connected now, yes.
Yeah, so, yeah, no, but you sound great here on Skype, so there you go. So, but first off and foremost, I got to start off by saying thank you so much for doing the Doubtfire Face Challenge for suicide and
Oh,
depression.
yes, people were laughing about that. Yeah. That's so awkward. Oh, yeah, but no, it was really, I hope it helped, yes.
I love that pink bathing suit you had on. That really went with your hair.
It's actually a running top, yeah. I can't believe I even used to go out the house wearing that, and I can't believe I wore it in the video. It's so like, oh no. Talk about being a fashion modeling and wearing that. I mean, yeah.
You should wear your modeling outfits and did it.
Yeah, that would have been funny.
You should have did this as a photo shoot.
I would have looked better. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was. I've had a few Doubtfire Face challenges done, and I gotta say yours was one of the funniest. They just
wouldn't throw it. They kept like half going for it, and I was like, if you're just gonna go for it, just do it.
You ever gotten a pie in the face before?
No, that was the first time actually. First and last. Put it like that. Touch wood.
What? Oh, come on, do it again.
You're going to be trying to convince me to do another one now, aren't you?
Yeah, why not? Do one. Do one for a photo shoot.
It would definitely get attention.
I gotta say though, it was a very funny one, and I love the fact that you were right to the point, because the one I did was like 8 minutes, and I'm like, man, mine's like the worst one I got posted, and everybody else that's done it, that challenged, it's like they're so professional, so to the point, and it was just terrific. So I really enjoyed the one you did. That it was fantastic.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, how many people were there when you did it?
There's a person throwing the cake or whatever you want to call it, and there are a couple of people behind just laughing. Yeah.
Did it take you long to get cleaned up?
I think I jumped straight in the shower. Yes.
with your wonderful pink running top.
Oh, that top! Don't even remind me.
I like that top. I thought
I'm glad you did. I just can't believe I even wore it.
Yeah, I got that up on my YouTube channel, and it's got quite a number of hits.
I know. I was like, oh, sometimes it comes up on the feed, and I'm like, yeah, let's pretend that didn't happen. Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to admit it was fun. Come on, you did it for you did it
good
for
memory, definitely.
You did it for a good cause.
Yeah, good old charities.
There you go. Yep. But I gotta say though, I enjoyed that video. It was a lot of fun, and may you do many more. I mean, but
yeah.
No, I did. Here's one thing I gotta voice a little disappointment about. And that is you not doing movies anymore. Come on, you're too beautiful not to be in movies. And not only that, anything I've seen you act in, I think you're very natural.
Oh, thank you. Yes, well, at the moment, obviously, modelling and the books are taking up my time. But no, it's something I really enjoy, and I would do in the future if the right role came along. But yeah, at the moment, I'm just so excited about my books. That's my main thing.
Well, I saw one, I can't remember the name of it, but it was one where this female stole your handbag,
Oh yes, the running. That one was a
Yeah.
lot of fun. Yeah, charging after her down the street. Yeah, we filmed that in Italy, and that was a great lot of fun. Yes, all the running, and then
Yeah.
they were like the camera crew, like running next to us, and yeah, it was great.
But you were really good at it. Like, you went as if you didn't know a camera was there, which is very, very natural, And
I think when
yeah.
I'm acting, I just completely am the character, and then just the cameras just don't exist. It's just yeah, just thinking like the character. Oh, where's my bag? It was just their thoughts, and yeah, it was really fun.
How many feature films have you done?
Oh, I've lost count. I did a couple last year, but yeah, since then, everything's gone into modelling. I think because of my age as well, it's a great age to model. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think films are good. You know, you can do that when you're older.
Okay. Did you have a favorite of your features?
Um, I wouldn't say a favourite. No, not one that stands out. Particularly. I really enjoyed some of the shorts a lot more, actually. I think it was
Okay.
just the team. For me, it's really about the team and the director and the relationship with them. I did a really fun short in Oxford called Litany, and just there's an amazing team. They were all up, like he brought in all his friends, and they were all helping out, and just the great atmosphere on set, and yeah, lots of food. So I had a fantastic time. Yeah.
Well, I gotta say this. I almost always share your modeling pics when you put them up on Facebook. I don't know who takes your pictures or whether it's a multiple of people, but I gotta say, you really, number one, the atmosphere around you, the location, and your hair and what you're wearing, everything. It's just perfect. I mean, you know how to blend color with your surroundings. It's talk about that process when it comes to modeling.
I think when people see a picture, they just see, oh, a snapshot, but there's a lot of work that goes into it prior. I think a lot about the colours. I'm very big on location, and when it comes to shooting, I think a backdrop can really change things. Some photographers are like, no, all about the model. But I think if you get a stunning backdrop, that brings a lot of power to the photo. One of my favourite photos is in Seville with the Plaza de España behind me, which is also the setting of my thriller book. And just so much colour, so much light. I love shooting in Spain because of the brightness of the background. So, yeah, really picking a great location and planning really well the outfit with matching the colours to the background, colours that blend well. And yeah, I really like planning it.
You like Spain, huh?
Oh, I absolutely love it. Yes, I lived there for 8 years. I moved there when I was 18, and I did my degree and my master's at Spanish University, a master's in conference interpreting, which is like simultaneous interpreting. Then I got to work at the United Nations doing that, which was really fun, interpreting into Spanish. And Spain has always been a big love of mine, and it's the setting of both of my books because I found it really inspiring. So both my books are set there in Mallorca and in Seville.
Well, a lot of authors do that. They'll set things where they're familiar with, So, yep. Yep. I've interviewed somebody from Spain, actually, somebody from the movie Conan the Barbarian, the original from Spain. So, I'm just wondering if you'd speak a little Spanish for me.
Okay, yes. What would you like me to say? Just anything.
Just whatever.
Hola amigos, estamos aquí haciendo una entrevista y lo estamos pasando muy bien y con muchas ganas de volver a España y de ver a mis amigas y pasarlo bien otra vez.
What did you say?
Oh, I just said, hello, we're here, we're having an interview, we're having a great time, and I'd really like to go back to Spain and see my friends again and have a great time as well.
There you go. That sounded great. I can only speak two languages, English and 5 o'clock traffic.
Oh, yeah.
That's it. But you sounded great. Of course, the accent, everything just goes into you doing your modeling. So you're very elegant, and I gotta say, do you have a favorite modeling photo that you've done? It's probably hard for you to pick because I don't think I could pick.
I think, yes, it's one standing in front of a lion. and I picked that spot especially when I saw the lion. I was with a photographer doing a shoot, and I said, I want to stand in front of that lion, because a lion represents courage and strength. And I think that I also like using my modelling to try and inspire people, to motivate them in their lives. And I know everybody goes through struggles, and I like sometimes writing motivational phrases over the photos and things like that. So I picked that lion photo. I had the lion as a special spot because of the whole courage image and all of that. So that's my favourite photo.
Okay. I think all your photos are my favorite photos. Yeah. Now we got to talk about your ebook, Egbert, a romantic comedy. Now I know that we talked about this book last time that you were on, and I think you were in the beginning stages of it. Now you have it written. I noticed the guy on the cover is wearing some of your wardrobe.
Oh.
Is that yours?
Oh, are you joking about the pink tops? Oh dear, yes, it does resemble quite a lot. Yeah.
Is that your clothes? Is that your rolled up socks? And
no, that's actually things I bought for the character online, and yeah.
He didn't go through your wardrobe? I could have sworn that was yours.
He should have just worn that pink top. He would have looked good as well, yeah.
Yeah, you got somebody that was game to do that picture, huh?
Oh, yes, it was very kind of him to pose as a character, yes.
Did he say
I did say this is going to go everywhere. This is going to go on social media. You've got to be aware it's going to be used for publicity. And no, he was very kind and a great guy, yeah.
Okay. Was he the one
I don't think he realised just quite how crazy it was going to go, though, because I had explained it about all the promotion. And I think when it came out, he was just like, oh, no. But yeah, it was a really fun shoot, doing the front cover shoot for the book. It was great. Had a really good photographer, and it was a fantastic day.
Well, we talked about the story of it last time we're on, but just to get people caught up, give us a synopsis and in the process of writing this.
Yes, well, the basic storyline is that we have this really nerdy ballet teacher who's called Egbert, and he's always loved this girl called Hyena. Ever since high school, he's just been like madly in love with her, but he's incredibly goofy. Like, he's got like big glasses, he's got braces on his teeth, and he just cannot express the way he feels because he's just really shy. He's never had a girlfriend, but he's always wanted to tell her that he loves her. So he goes to her birthday party, and he's trying to like get all revved up to like finally tell her how he feels. But when he goes to talk to her, he finds out that she has this boyfriend already who's called Wolfgang, who's like a multi-millionaire super businessman. And poor little Egbert, the nerdy ballet teacher, is like absolutely distraught because he's like, oh no, I didn't tell her before that I loved her, and now it's a bit late because how do I compete with that kind of boyfriend? So he's wailing away, getting very distraught about the fact it seems like he has no hope. And he has like a super gran called Gertrude. And talking about the bright pink, she's like very sporty. She's a very athletic granny, and she's always doing like burpees and press ups. And she's like motivating him, like, no, if you love that girl, fight for her, don't give up. And she has a whole like team of like really funky grannies and granddads who are like rappers. They're like not your typical granddads. Like all the people in the old people's home where she lives.
Okay.
And they're really fun, actually. Very good characters, because the first time we see them, they're like doing like a race on their like old people's buggies. So yeah, they're people who are full of life, even though they're really elderly. So they're a lot of fun. And so the granny like rounds up this whole team of grannies and granddads, and they all fight the millionaire to get the girl for Egbert.
Okay. What inspired this story? Like, what gave you the idea to do this?
I think I really wanted to use it as a book which would encourage people, because obviously on a human level, it's obvious that Egbert has no chance. And I really wanted to use this book to motivate people to keep fighting whatever the situation is, and to really have hope and be positive about the future, because Egbert really has to dig inside himself and find a lot of courage and a lot of strength to fight the millionaire. So I would just really wanted to use it as a motivational book.
Okay. So how long did it take to write this?
I think I was planning it for about 10 years. I mean, it started probably when I was at school. I just started having ideas about these characters. It came naturally just when I was daydreaming, and over time I started writing down about these characters. And I just my friends at school, my best friend Amelia, we used to just kind of talk about the characters and make up new ideas of things they could do, and it just came very naturally. So and it was about 10 years developing the ideas, and then really actually writing it. I originally wrote it as a film script, which took about 3 months, and then I flipped it into a book quite fast. So yeah, that was the process.
So you daydream in school. You did something I did in school, daydream.
Oh, I think when you're writing a book, yes, you consistently have ideas of what the characters could be doing, and it just naturally develops in your mind, yes.
Yeah, I used to daydream during school too, because the classes weren't that interesting.
Oh, I was very studious at school. I was always doing the homework. I was extremely studious, but yes, in my spare time was consistently creating. I love creating.
Okay. So, was this based on anything that you witnessed yourself, or did you just come up with this out of your head?
I think it was each character is based on people, that I've met. It was really interesting because I always felt like I was missing like a part of the story, and I didn't quite end up writing the book. And then I met somebody who then became the last character that had been missing in the book, and yeah, it was just people that you meet that really inspire you. So it was based on a lot of people that I'd met over my life.
So who's Egbert based on?
That's a secret.
Are you Hannah?
I'm not. Everybody thinks I'm Hannah, but I'm not.
I think you should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you should be. Judging from those modeling shots, I think you're the prize.
Oh, that's very kind. Thank you.
You're welcome. You say this is 2 books you've written. What? Tell me about the other one.
Yes, the other one's called Beautiful Enemy, and it's a thriller book set in Seville.
Okay.
Basically, the storyline is that there's an animal activist who falls in love with a man, and then she finds out that he's a bullfighter. So it's like Romeo and Juliet, the Spanish version, that she's like, oh, I really fancy him, but I'm an animal activist. He's a bullfighter, so we can't be together. But he manages to convince her to, with his charm, he's called Fernando, the bullfighter, to date him. And then that puts her in a lot of danger because he's got a really psycho, obsessive ex-girlfriend who tries to kidnap her, and manages to kidnap her. And then there's a really nice guy throughout the book that's warning her, don't date this guy. It's bad news. He's a bad boy. It's going to bring bad things into your life. And that guy's called Javier, and he's a really brave detective, unraveling a lot of mysteries throughout the book. So it's kind of a bit of a detective novel as well. And he actually, at the end, manages to help her get out of the situation. So it's romance as well.
So you did a mystery thriller, and you also did a comedy. Now, what was it like going from one to the other?
I think for the comedy, I studied comedy a lot before I wrote that book. When you were talking about, how long did it take you to write it? Before I wrote that book, I did about a month, probably pre-run of studying comedy and, studying all the techniques and things like that. So the thriller, I think it comes more naturally because you grow up with Agatha Christie and things like that. So, but comedy, you have to really think about it to make it funny. But, yeah.
Well, I understand these are both ebooks, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, the problem with me, I don't have any device where I could read these, and I would love to, but because I'm one of these old-fashioned people that gets paperbacks or hardcovers. Yeah, but tell people where they can get these books.
Yes, both the books are on Amazon, and I think there's actually a free Kindle app you can download for phones, and you can read it off that. So yes,
Okay. Between the two, but which one was the longest?
which one's longer physically as a
Yeah,
story?
yeah.
Egbert, yes,
Egbert. Okay. Now
yes.
normally, okay. So that one, you had a little more meat in it, huh?
Yes, there's a really long chase scene in it, which I absolutely adore. Because Egbert's got a best friend called Humphrey. And
Mm-hmm.
Humphrey's like this really fat guy, because he just eats everything. And he's trying to like find like a new job because he gets fired from his job, which is cleaning pig poo. He's a pig poo cleaner.
Holy cow.
And yeah, there's a quote from him at the beginning of the book, which is like he's really angry when he's doing his pig poo cleaning because he's like, "Oh yeah, what a great chat up line if I meet a girl like, oh hiya, what's your job? Oh hi, I'm a pig poo cleaner," and he's really grumpy about this job. So but he ends up getting fired from it anyway, and then he tries to find like a new profession. So he loves food, so he sets up like a bagel stand and selling bagels. And to promote this stand on the street, he dresses himself up as a huge bagel. But because he's quite skint, he doesn't have a license. So then he gets chased by the police, and he's like running away just as this huge bagel. And I think that is a very long part of the book. You know, when you say why is that book longer, it's because there's this huge bagel chase of him charging down the street just as a giant bagel. And yeah, when my dad was editing, he was like, "That is a long scene," and I was like, "Yeah, it's staying," because I find that scene really funny. It's great.
Yeah, were you ever chased by a guy dressed as a bagel?
No, no, but just when I was imagining it was great when I was writing that scene, because sometimes I don't know whether you've written anything, but a character just comes to life, and as a writer, you just let go and you just let the character do what they want to do and what they need to do. And when I was writing that chase scene, it just kept going because he was just so desperate to get away from the police. And in this bagel outfit, yeah, it just went on, and then he goes into a library, and in the lift in the bagel outfit, and yeah, it was a long scene because I was just really inspired when I was writing that part, and I had so much fun writing it. I laughed a lot when I was writing my comedy book. Sometimes I'd be in a library and I just start laughing at my own jokes, just sitting there writing, laughing, and it's quite kind of awkward. But yeah, comedy's fantastic. I love it as a genre.
Did you have any special places where you would go that would inspire your writing? Um, you got like your own little study or something, or do you have any place in particular you like to go where you can comfortably write?
I don't think the location matters so much. I think it's more that you write in spurts. Like I used to like write a little bit and then have a little break, do a lot of sport. So just being very energetic in between, lots of running, lots of swimming. I love sports. So yeah, it's more just being in a place where you can also be very active, because writing, obviously, you're just sitting there. You need a lot of action around that to have a bright, fresh mind.
What's your favorite sport?
Swimming. I used to be a swimmer when I was younger, and yeah, so I used to train a lot, like 8 times a week, and yeah, semi-professional. I mean, yes, I was quite high up, so yeah, that's great fun swimming.
I saw a picture of you on Facebook. I think it might have been a modeling pic, but you were seated down. You had boxing gloves on. Talk about that.
Oh, that was a boxing event, like a photo shoot event we did. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I love boxing. I mean, I love the concept of it, the fight, the adrenaline. So yeah, that we organised, another model and myself. We organised a boxing photo shoot event, and photographers came and took the photos, and it was fantastic, great fun.
Did you win?
I didn't actually really properly box her. We were just like we were like pretending to box in the photos. But no, she's a great friend, so definitely wouldn't hit her.
Well, you don't. You model. You don't want bruised.
Yeah, no, no.
So, you mentioned you love comedies. You got any favorite comedies?
I like Legally Blonde. What an inspirational film. Yeah, about that girl that gets dumped, Elle Woods, and then she's fighting back and showing the guy what he's missing. And fantastic film. I love that film to bits. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're blonde like Reese.
Yeah. She's great, great actress.
Yeah, she wore pink too, just like that top you had on.
Yeah, maybe I got inspired secretly by her. Yeah.
There you go. You got any other ones you like?
Um, Oof, it's hard. I mean, the other film that I really like is Taken. It's not comedy, but it's all the action chases. It's a very strong film. I like that. And I quite like The Hunger Games because that's a film about strength and survival, and I love that. Yeah.
I was not a big fan of Taken because I've seen it the concept so many times. Hunger Games, I gotta say, I like the first two films, and then it kind of started falling off the grid with that two-parter. But I like the first two films quite a lot. Yeah.
Yes, I love it when the main girl and the main boy, they team up to try and survive together. It was really beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. But one of the things that bothered me in the last two, like Jenna Malone, her part just shrunk to nothing, and I really liked her in that second film. And it's like you hardly saw her at all after that. Yeah, because she had a good, strong character. So, but I love the fact that you didn't know who was good and who was bad, who she could trust, who she could not. And I love the fact in that second film, some of the strongest characters were the ones that looked physically the weakest, like the elderly woman that couldn't really walk really well turned out to be a real strength when it come to helping the others survive. You know, stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah, so I like that. But yeah, Egbert. So how is that going? The promoting that right now.
Yeah, it's great. I love social media, so I'm having a lot of fun doing so. Yes.
So that's out already to order now, right?
Yes. Yes.
Or is it catching on well?
Yes, people have been extremely supportive and writing really kind reviews. And it's great to, be able to talk to people and find out what are their favourite parts. And yeah, it's been lovely, the feedback.
Now, between that and Beautiful Enemy, which one right now is the most profitable?
Egbert, yeah.
Okay.
My dad always said that one's going to do the best. And yeah, he was right.
Well, you know what? It's got a great title. Egbert is such a it's not a name.
Such an awkward name, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. But
the name, he's already lost on the name. Yeah.
But you know what? I think it's in a way it's very catchy because if it had been any normal like name, it might not have caught people's attention. People might see the cover, but the name Egbert sounds comical, so I think that also lends a hand in this.
Yeah, a name is very powerful, yes.
How did you go about naming that?
Oh, I think it was just one day, the inspiration dropped. I think, like, in your mind, you imagine a character and they just have a name. I don't remember the exact day, but I just remember I used to write lots of notes on my laptop when I was at school with all these ideas, and then piecing it together, and that was one of them one day.
You didn't know an Egbert?
I didn't know, and then I was trying to look up online afterwards if there were many people called that, because it's obviously quite an old-fashioned name, I think. But yeah, I think it used to be quite popular, but not anymore, obviously.
Do you go into in the book why he's called that, or is there's a funny backstory for that?
A funny backstory for what? Sorry.
Him being named Egbert, like why his parents would name him that.
No, I don't really know. But his granny, she calls him Eggy, and then there's like a joke where she like knits him like a jumper with 2 fried eggs on it and stuff. So there's a lot of play with the name, yes. But no, he was just called that, and bad luck, really. Yeah.
So if you ever have children, you'll call one Egbert?
No, absolutely not. I've chosen a name, but definitely not Egbert.
What name would you go with?
Oh, Summer, but it's for a girl.
Oh. Well, what if you have a boy?
Oh, I need to think of inspiration. And I've got some I like. Yeah, I like Raphael. That's a nice name.
There you go.
But, yeah.
Yeah, but Raphael, a romantic comedy, probably wouldn't work as well as Egbert.
No, it sounds more like a romance or something. Yeah, big
Excuse me.
article.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. So the response has been very, very positive.
Mm.
Do you think this will get made into a film?
Oh, well, the screenplay's there. I'll leave it like that.
What's that?
I said the screenplay's written, so all ready to go on my behalf.
Oh, you wrote the screenplay.
Yes, I originally wrote them both as screenplays, and both of them are written as films, and then I just flipped them into books because I really like books because it really sticks to the author's vision, and they don't get changed. The stories don't get altered, and yeah, I think books still have a lot of life. I mean, I know that the world's gone very digital, but I mean, storytelling in the book form is beautiful as well.
Are you ever going to release these in paperback?
Yes, I would like to. Again, it's on the to-do list.
There you go. I'm one of those people, I like laying in my bed and just reading, and I'm one of these people that still reads.
Yes, I think it's lovely because we spend so much time with screens. I think sometimes my eyes go boggly, like talking to photographers, booking shoots, and yes, it's nice to kind of not have the screen light. Definitely, it's very relaxing reading a book. You can just disconnect, and yeah, I completely agree with you.
Absolutely. So do you get a third book on the...
I do. I am extremely excited about it.
Okay, what can you tell us?
I can tell you a certain amount, not too much, though, obviously, because it hasn't gone through copyright. But yeah, basically, it's set in Mayfair, and it's a romance, also kind of a sports, with a big sports theme.
Okay.
When you mentioned the boxing earlier, I can give away that. But yeah, it's a big romance set in Mayfair, and I'm extremely excited about it. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So between Beautiful Enemy and Egbert, which one was the easier book to write?
I think Beautiful Enemy was actually easier because it was because comedy, you have to spend a lot of time like working with a scene and making it funnier, and all the kind of punchlines, and comedy, it really takes a lot of mental strength to create that. But Beautiful Enemy is more of a romance, and the thriller and that kind of thriller plot just naturally developed. But also I did spend a lot of time on the plot. Yeah, talking through ideas with people, improving it. But yeah, Egbert was slightly harder just because of the jokes and things like that.
Oh, okay. And then this one coming up, it's sports. Is it a comedy or just?
No, it's more like a romance, kind of with a big sports underlying theme. Yeah.
Well,
with a bit of boxing.
You've got some ideas. Like you got a very broad brush going right across a very wide canvas when it comes to book ideas. What? And I think I asked a similar question like this: where your ideas come from? Like you went from a thriller, caper thriller, and then you went to romantic comedy, and then this one's kind of a sports romance. Do these ideas just come to you, or how do you decide?
I think a lot of it is people that I meet. Sometimes you just meet someone and you're just really inspired, and it just sparks off everything. For me, it's definitely about people I meet. Like I could just meet one person, and that will just spark off like this idea that then develops. And I think you just need that magic spark from someone you meet.
So this new book, was you inspired by Ronda Rousey?
No, I don't know who that is actually.
Are you kidding me? Oh, she was a UFC women's fighter.
Oh, yeah. Need to study more boxing first.
Actually, I don't study a lot of it, but I know who she is. Yeah. Yeah. Well, our cultures are quite different too, because I'm one of these people, like, people ask me something, but I got Sirius satellite radio, so I have no idea what's going on right in my own city, So, yep. So, I'm kind of, unless something's online, I'm kind of ignorant to everything going on around me. And with some of the stuff going on right now in the States, probably for the better. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But no, you got 2 books. You got a third one coming out, and you're still modeling. Any modeling gigs coming up? I'm going to assume you do.
Oh yeah, so there's consistently like fashion freelance going on, and that's great fun.
Yeah, I love your photos. I think it. Yeah, I usually end up sharing them or liking them. I always put the wow emoji.
Oh, that's very kind.
How do you keep yourself in shape?
Wow, what a question. Yes, modeling is consistently being on it. I love running, so I run every day. 5 to 10K, which I really enjoy. Some people think sports a chore, but I've got to a place where I absolutely love it. I want to do it. I'm very motivated with exercise. So, yes, lots of sport, and I think just eating healthy, and but not like I think lots of models like they hurt themselves. Like you hear the stories, but I think for me it's more focusing on health because that's really important because that's what's sustainable.
What do you eat?
People always
Well,
say, "Oh, let's go for dinner. What do you want?" And it's salad.
Salad?
Give me salad, yes.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm vegetarian, but then a lot of kind of beans, pulses, rice cakes.
Okay.
Good old rice cakes. Yeah, so just fruit, vegetables, really healthy things.
I love fruit and vegetables, but I'm more into vegetables when they're raw, unless they're stir fried. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
but modeling's fantastic because it's such a great incentive to keep fit and healthy. So yeah, it's a great profession.
Oh, okay. Well, do you got anything else coming up? That you got any charities or whatnot, or web pages you want to promote on here?
At the moment, just those 2 books. They're what I'm really excited about because they're growing, and yeah, definitely that. And my Instagram, where I'm sharing everything I'm doing, which is Nadia Chloe Rose, and yeah, everything goes on there.
Yes. Yes, the book that Nadia Chloe Rose is promoting here is Egbert, a romantic comedy. This is a book I would love to read. And, of course, you got Beautiful Enemy as well. Beautiful Enemy or Beautiful Enemies?
Enemy, singular, yes.
Oh, okay. Beautiful Enemy. And, of course, Egbert, a romantic comedy. And I know I've been interested in this since you had mentioned it last year. So, yeah. So, it's not I know from talking to people, comedy is not easy to write. And I could imagine even writing a screenplay, it must be difficult to do comedy right. You mentioned, for instance, the bagel scene, the guy running in the bagel outfit.
Oh, yes.
You know what come to mind when I heard that? Is the big chase sequence in What's Up, Doc? With Barbara Streisand and Ryan O'Neal. There's a big chase scene. Yeah. And that's really, if you want to see a great comedy that really references the Looney Tunes, but it's a live action film, check out What's Up, Doc with Barbara Streisand, because that's what immediately came to mind when you had mentioned that. And yeah.
It sounds fun, yes.
Yeah. So what do you got planned for the rest of the day?
Oh, just really relaxing, and I mean, having an enjoyable, relaxing weekend. Been working really hard, so yeah, making some chill time.
You know what? I can't blame you for that, you know?
Yeah, I think it's so important to take time out. Obviously, being an entrepreneur, there's a tendency to overwork. So I think really spending some time just chill maxing. I call it chill maxing.
Chill maxing.
Yeah, I don't know if I invented that word, but yeah, chill maxing is my plan.
Chill maxing. Well, you know what? Last year I left New Brunswick here for the first time, and I went to a horror film convention in Toronto, and it's the first time I did something like that, and it was a blast. And I'm looking forward to going back later this fall. And it's really fun to connect with people like yourself and hearing your ideas and hearing about places where you're from, because I don't know if I'm ever going to get to Europe, and here you are in London talking to me in this small city and this small province here in Canada. So for me, it's just awesome to be able to speak to somebody that's just outside my realms.
I think the internet's fantastic, the way it's connected people and enabled us to share our experiences and our lives. It's great.
You know what? And I so often hear people complain about the evils of the internet and the evils of social media. When social media is used right, oh my goodness, you could go away for a couple of weeks or whatever, and jeepers, you just go on Facebook and it's like everybody's right there, It's I love that about social media. It's like you're away but not away. I think social media is great for that, and I hear people complain a lot, but I think a lot of it is in one's perspective and how one uses it.
Yes, I think it has a lot of positive values as well. Obviously the connection with people, meeting people that you wouldn't have met that then become your friends, and there's a lot of positive aspects as well.
Absolutely. Well, any last things you got to say about Egbert?
No, just that I really hope people enjoy it as much as I enjoyed writing it, and do get back to me with feedback about your favourite characters and scenes. I'm very excited to hear people's feedback.
Oh, my feedback, I gotta say, my favourite character's gotta be Hyena, because I keep picturing you.
Oh, that is very kind. My favourite character is really funny, actually, because I talked about Humphrey before, didn't I? The fat pig poo cleaner.
Yeah.
I just love the fact his job's a pig poo cleaner. It's just like,
how did you come up with that?
I was just trying to think of the worst job you could have, and then I was like, it would definitely be that. And I love it because when you see him doing his job, the pig poo cleaning, he's got a peg on his nose because it smells, and he's wearing willies and waders, and yeah, it's just a really bad profession. But he even having that profession has this admirer called Clingy Claire, and she is my favorite character in the book, because I think everybody in their life has had a stalker that just will not leave them alone. You block them on WhatsApp and then they go through your Facebook, through email at you, and it's a character that I find very funny, and I think a lot of people can relate to because of that. And she's completely in love with Humphrey, and she's a hairdresser, so in every scene she's got a different hairstyle, bright blue bunches, and she's got this top that says "Humphrey, you hottie," and she's always chasing him, and I love it in the first scene where she appears. It's a fancy dress party, so she's dressed up as a cheerleader, and she's got little pom-poms, and she has this little dance for Humphrey with give us an H, give us a U, spelling his name.
Yeah.
And he cannot get away from her, so when he sees her coming, he dives under the table to avoid her. And she's doing the Humphrey dance, and also when Humphrey's in this show as well, she's got posters that she's waving, sitting on the front line at him, with his face in a love heart, and it's great. The bagel scene where he's trying to escape. Mm-hmm. He's running down this one-way street, so he's got houses on one side, he's got a fence on the other side, and he's got the police behind him. So he can't escape, and then she starts coming towards him the other way.
Yeah.
So he's the police are behind me, there's houses, there's this fence, and she's coming at me saying, "Oh, Humphrey, great to see you." So he's desperately trying to escape. So he's trying to climb over the fence to get away from her in this huge bagel outfit, and remember, he's really fat, so he can't get over this fence because he can't pull himself up. So he runs at this fence and smashes through it to get away from her. So yeah, she's definitely my favorite character, Clingy Claire. She's great.
Are you a Clingy Claire?
No, but I've had to escape a lot in my life.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Hopefully none of them scary.
No. And I can run fast. I run 5-10K a day, so I'm good at running.
Oh yeah, I saw that in that short film.
Yeah. People say to me, why are you running in a skirt? And it was just what the character was wearing. But yeah, I'm quite happy that I managed to run in that skirt. Yeah.
There you go. Well, hopefully someday down the road we'll see you in more movies, you know. The camera definitely loves you, can't blame it. But I definitely encourage you to keep up with the modeling. I can't, I gotta say, I've seen a lot of modeling pics in my time, and I'm not just saying this because I'm on the phone with you, but I think yours are some of the very, very, very best modeling pics I've ever done. You ever think about doing like a book or something of your modeling?
I know that lots of girls do calendars. Some of the girls that I'm following on Instagram and things like that. I think because I really enjoy social media, that's kind of the medium that I enjoy putting them out there. But I would be a possibility. But at the moment,
I would order a calendar from you if you did one.
Oh, there you go. First customer.
Well, no, seriously, like it's your pictures are great. I'd gladly order one from you. Give you some support.
Maybe it's an idea. Yeah, I've seen a lot of girls do that, but I don't know.
Well, your pictures aren't tasteless, you know. It's like, yeah, like I mentioned before about the color and the location, the contrast. Everything there is perfect, you know. So
yeah, I really like being creative and imaginative, and I want to bring something different.
Yeah, absolutely. So once again, tell people where they can get Egbert, a romantic comedy. Just give that one more plug here.
Yes, it's on Amazon. If you just type it into Amazon, it will come up.
Absolutely. Yes, I hope to get at some point to get to read these. I have not yet, but I have been very interested in Egbert because I remember we talked about that in the last interview. So I haven't gotten into the whole Kindle thing, so that's kind of my fault there. And I'm lucky to be able to do stuff on a phone, so it's a process for me. But I do still read, so I would definitely be interested in your book. So there you go.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely. Well, I was wondering if before I let you go, if I could get you to do a plug for my show.
I don't have a pen, but I'll rehearse. Here we go.
Okay.
Greg Gilbert, Python's Paradise, New Brunswick, Canada.
Sure. You ready?
We can have a couple of goes then.
Okay.
Okay.
Go.
Hello, everybody. I'm Nadia Chloe Rose, and you're listening to Greg Gilbert on Python's Paradise from New Brunswick, Canada.
Holy cow, you got it right on the first go.
Nail it?
You nailed it. This is why you're a good actress. This is why you're a terrific model. And this is why you're an inspiring writer.
Oh, thank you. You're very kind.
There you go. Well, Nadia, I'm glad we were able to make this connection because I know you messaged me at the end of last year and didn't quite make it work out then. And I remember when your 1 year anniversary of your last interview come up, I thought, I better make a connection there, and it never quite happened. So I was very glad to get you on today, and I wasn't sure about the Skype thing because I don't do it that often, but hey, we got it to work. So yeah, cheers for Skype. Skype's great when it works, you know, and I figured
We've been lucky today.
Well, you know what? I figured out what I had done wrong. I was putting in my username, and I was supposed to type in my email. That's what I was doing wrong. So once I typed in my email and then just put my password in, it came right up. Because the other day I was there at the station trying to do it, and it shut me out of it. And I was like, damn, I wanted to do the interview, but I couldn't figure out. And I already had it on my new laptop, so I was like, oh, okay, everything's fine there. So there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's 20 after 3 here, so I take it must be 20 after 7 where you are, huh?
Yes, it is. Yes, dinner time. Salad time.
It's salad time. What kind of salad do you like?
Oh, I love Greek salad. I went on holiday to Ios, which is like a Greek island, on every day Greek salad. Like I think I ate 2 a day. But I love Greek salad. It's delicious. And I really like the mozzarella Italian salad. It's making me hungry just thinking about it. The mozzarella tomato one. Oh, I love it. Yeah.
I don't think I've had a Greek salad. Now tell me what's in it.
It's like this kind of, I think it's is it goat's cheese, like
Okay.
little kind of square bits, and then it's got kind of this kind of spicy thing in it.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure what that's called. And then cucumber, lettuce, tomato, and it's really delicious.
You have like a sauce on it or whatnot?
Yes, in the one that I was getting on the Greek island, yes, there was a really nice sauce as well. I was just, oh, it's fantastic. Kept going back to the same place and ordering it every day.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I miss Greece. It was great.
So, yeah, for
Team
those
healthy, hey?
team healthy. Well, you're probably healthier than I am, but
Oh, I'm working on it.
you're working on it. Well, Nadia Chloe Rose, it was fantastic having you on again. And like I said, keep in touch because, like I said, whenever you get another book coming up or a movie or whatever it is you're doing, feel free to get in touch with me because you can always promote on here.
Oh, that's very kind of you. Thank you.
So, folks, check out Nadia Chloe Rose and her book, Egbert, a romantic comedy, and her mystery thriller, Beautiful Enemy, and, of course, her YouTube video that I have, her Doubtfire Face Challenge.
Oh, no, don't send them to that.
Oh, I'm going to send them to
They'll
that.
enjoy it. They'll enjoy it, yeah.
Oh, I get a kick out of it. I got a kick out
Oh,
of
I'm
it.
glad you do.
I got a
It does make me giggle, yeah.
I love that. I'm so I thank you again for doing that. So for suicide and depression, and you definitely had the nature for it. So there you go.
Yeah, it was good.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Nadia, for coming on here today, and God bless you. And like I said, keep in touch. We'll keep you on the radar.
Oh, that's great. I can't wait for the next one.
Absolutely. We'll do it again.
Okay, thank you ever so much.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.